Ready? Cool. Well, we're here again, Ardarius and Trenton, with the Roads of Kosh. You have your with Ardarius and Trenton.
Yep. Welcome to the Roads of Kosh. I'm Trinan. Hi.
I'm Ardarius. Hi.
How you doing, Ardarius?
I'm doing pretty good. Do you know what we're discussing today?
We are discussing whether or not citizens of Koshkanong feel they are safe in Koshkanong and how we can improve Koshkanong as a whole.
And correctly, I know you've went around and talked to Kosh members.
Of course.
But how do you feel that went entirely? How do you feel that went?
Well, the citizens mostly feel like Kosh could be doing better. Many citizens say that Kosh is faltering, admittedly.
Yeah.
I also talked to a former mayor. He was a former acting mayor. We'll get into that later. He said that Koshkanong is getting better, but slowly, but very, very slowly.
How do you feel they're making Kosh better?
He described that they're making Kosh better slowly because they're still kind of growing. However, I don't really see that in Kosh. They are upgrading the park, which is great, but other than that, they're just not putting much effort into getting Koshkanong to grow.
Yeah.
As businesses, we need more. I mean, getting Dollar General was absolutely amazing. That was an effort of the community, and it was grand that we made it work, but we need more.
Need more, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
sorry, but basically,
What could happen?
how do you feel making the park better? How do you feel that would help?
Oh, how would making the park better? A citizen of Koshkanong described to me that children keep smearing mud on her windshield because the kids don't have any entertainment, anything to do. The kids just are bored and resort to mischief, like smearing mud on the windows the windshield, yes, of cars.
Oh, yeah. Multiple? It wasn't just one?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure, but considering it happens to her, I would have to assume it happens to more. She's a sweet lady. I don't feel like it would be out of spite.
Yeah. Let's get into some of your questions.
Right.
You asked a citizen of Kosh, what is your option on...
Opinion?
What is your opinion on conditions of homeowners situation?
Homeowners Association.
Association, yeah.
Yes, of course. I went around Kosh because Homeowners Association is mostly affiliated with would people rather have a more strict environment for their town, see if they would prefer it be more downright strict, you have to keep your house clean or we're going to kick you out. I checked that, and people would generally prefer that it was a little more strict. However, some people just want homes in the first place. It's only trailer houses.
Yeah.
You see, there aren't any proper houses in Kosh except for a few. Of course.
Of course. Would you feel that that's just because Kosh is broke, or is it because that people decide on just buying cheaper things and not making things more permanent?
See, that is a very good question. I can't completely decide. Of course, Koshkanong is on the poorer side, but wouldn't you feel that they would buy a house if they had the money for it? Koshkanong just doesn't have the jobs and support systems that
But I
it
feel like
needs.
there isn't that many houses on Kosh for them to say that there's not enough people saying that they want to buy and make a house, want them to build a house.
There's not enough people that desire it
To build a house, wouldn't you just want to buy a house instead of just wanting someone to build your house and wait 4 to 2 months instead of
Of course.
our people do that probably because the neighborhoods is looking very great and they want to live their family and their life here, but
Right, but
we don't really have that.
Koshkonong, you don't look at it and say, I want my children to grow up here safe and happy.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they would want their children to grow up safe and happy, but that's not Koshkonong necessarily.
That's not Koshkonong to look.
With random people butt naked going out clearly on something.
What?
Yeah, no, that one of the residents also describes that a naked man just went out on the street on something and just stood there for a good long while.
Was that man detained, arrested, or anything?
No one did anything about it. There was
It's unbelievable.
yeah, no, I even got 2 people to confirm it. There was just a guy.
Can you talk about our school?
Our school.
How's our school? Would you say?
Koshkonong School is a separate entity. The cache, it's a separate entity from Koshkonong itself. So, the mayor couldn't at all really do anything about that. It has different banking. I can't really complain about the school. So, yeah. Of course, though, could try to get the roads a little bit more efforted. They're a lot better than they were, but the roads could still.
I see they put in speed bumps. Was there on the Kosh Road?
Right.
I see they put in speed bumps. Is that because people were speeding, or is it just because of safety hazard they had to put in?
From what I hear, there was just residents complaining that people kept speeding through there. So they just kept calling in. So city got one built there.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there any crosswalk for the people that walk to school?
Crosswalk from people that walk to school. You know, I'm not entirely sure. Is there?
I don't know. I haven't walked to school.
That's very true. I don't personally walk to school, but that's a very poignant point. Is it safe to walk to school? Garrett over there says no. Thank you, Garrett.
One of the people in the audience say no. A resident of Kosh.
Right.
But how would you feel if they did have that established?
They definitely should be trying to find safer ways for Koshkonong to transport themselves. Of course, that necessarily isn't the main issue.
Yeah.
There are a
Isn't
lot of
there-
things that they could be funding.
They could be funding the roads. I've heard there's been a lot of crashes
There
this year.
are a lot of crashes down that PP highway, just that long stretch, the big wide highway, you know.
Kind of wide.
Besides,
A little narrow on one side sometimes, but
yeah, it's wide to
with
us.
the semis driving too late, yeah,
Right.
I can see.
There are just so
I feel
many
like we need
crashes.
another lane,
We do,
or the roads to be
right?
wider.
Though I'm not actually sure if that is a part of Koshkonong's funding, the roads, because like inside of city limits, I believe, but I'm not entirely sure about that highway. I don't know if that is Kosh.
How do you feel about the?
Right.
Actually, let's get back on the Kosh subject instead
Okay.
of more of the roads.
Yes.
I heard you talk to the mayor, the former mayor.
The former mayor.
How'd that go?
Well, first I'd like to get into how he stepped out. The former acting mayor, he decided to step down because Koshkonong citizens were stalking him and following him.
Is that right?
Yeah. Following and stalking him. They ran him out of office. He just was scared, so he stepped down.
I would too if people were following me home.
Oh, yeah. So, he does say that Koshkonong is getting better slowly. And he is putting effort into it. I hear he actually is very adamant about getting Koshkonong better. He's helping put in the concrete of the park, the new park.
Is it all over, or is it just one little?
I believe it's in the basketball court.
Finally, instead of hooping on grass.
Of course. Yeah, so they're getting a giant concrete slab that they're putting underneath the uh, basketball court so the kids will be able to dribble and
Yeah.
such. So, yeah.
Well, that's improvement.
Yeah, it
Other
is-
than just
it is
last time we
improvement.
went there for a school trip at the end of the year with the 8th graders leaving. We had a trip there. We went there. We brought a basketball because we heard there was a basketball hoop. And we kind of had to play like a football match of basketball, I guess, because you couldn't really dribble.
Yeah.
So kind of just put ourselves to a limit of 2 steps and whatever. And that's just like, it just showed me how much Kosh had a terrible part.
Yeah, which, may very well be why kids are sparing mud on windshields.
Yeah,
It's not great.
it's not great.
No.
Do you feel how do you feel about the homeowners association, and how do you feel it's getting better?
Well, that's just the thing. There is no homeowners association in Koshkonong.
At all?
Not at all. They posted about making one in Koshkonong near 2021, I believe December, but don't hold me on that. How they were going to start building one up, but they never did. And honestly, I'm not completely against that. I don't personally believe that we need a homeowners association necessarily. No. Yeah.
Do you just feel that people need to hold themselves accountable to their property?
Right. And although I understand that people aren't just going to start fixing their homes because that's just not how people do, but I think people need to start holding together and helping each other again. We need to encourage each other to be good again. I heard one man, he was talking about how Kosh used to be. There was this old mom and pop store, one candle store that always sold the strangest scents, he said. It was cute. There were so many businesses, and jobs is the main thing. We only have a Dollar General, but there's no jobs.
I heard there's a gas station too, though.
Of course, yeah, no. You're right. There is a gas station, which does have career. Though I don't know how reliable that is.
Yeah, I heard there was a lot of shootings at the.
Yeah, no. Kosh is a dangerous place. I mean, we've had 2 or 3 in such a small town.
Do we have gun laws?
Admittedly, I'm not sure. I can't speak on that.
I
But
feel like just the fact that we don't know is probably enough knowing.
just like how we don't know anything about how the mayor is doing. The mayor doesn't talk to us. The mayor doesn't discuss what it is that we should be doing.
So there's no communication with the mayor at all.
There's no
with the
communication. No, none at all. We don't know how the mayor is helping us. We don't entirely understand what the mayor is.
Well, the mayor's the mayor.
The mayor is the mayor, but
You don't understand
How
what
the
he's-
mayor-
how the mayor is doing his job.
how the mayor is doing her job. Yes.
So how would you say not entirely the community, is there any community get together? Is there any
Community.
does the community host anything?
Sometimes in the park, yes. I have seen some events. They're not often, and I don't know how much it genuinely brings the community together, but I am aware that there are sometimes events. They did not hold an Easter this year. I don't believe. Wait, actually, I'm not sure.
We might
Right.
have to look into that.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think that the community should host more of those?
Get the community together.
Yeah, you think they should host it and use the money towards helping?
Right.
Because they have a lot of complaints. But
Right.
Do they help?
This is very closely related to one of my questions. Like, do I believe like they're making enough money? They're like contributing enough to community property, community events. I definitely think that they should be putting more effort into hosting more community projects. They need to make the community closer again. Like the older man said, he believes that there just be community again, how people used to help each other. That is
Yeah.
the key, I believe, to reforming Kosh. Of course, the peaches might never come back, but jobs again. That was what made the peach community great.
Do you think the peach community helped at the jobs? Do you think there was a lot of jobs during
Yes,
the farm?
absolutely. No, there's this story of how every harvest season there would just be flocks and flocks and flocks of people just swarming to the peach trees that would help and pick the peaches. It was great. There were jobs everywhere, and people had things to do. People could keep busy and get money, and even the growers who actually owned the peaches would get like $400 an acre for the peaches, which of course that was a lot more money than that is today. This was about 1913, I believe.
So labor would have gone up. So
Oh yeah. It was insane. 1913, $400
Seems
was
like
a
it would have
lot
been
of money.
Yeah, it seems like it would have been a good job.
Yeah.
Not seeing that in Kosh, there's not a lot of jobs. There's not a lot of
No, and
workplaces.
like how they flocked together and worked together for the peaches. They don't really have any, like we're talking about, community. They're
Yeah.
not working together to get those peaches. They're not working together to earn that money. They don't have any jobs to earn that money from. Like how we earned that Dollar General. Everyone pulled together. Everyone called Dollar General, actually a bunch of companies to try and get someone down here.
Yeah. It seemed like it was a big struggle for them.
We need to do that again now that we've gotten Dollar General. That's great, causes for celebration, but now we need to do it again for more.
A different job, I would say. Maybe there's a lot of farms out here. Maybe like our Herschel.
Right.
Hirsch. Not
Just-
Hirsch, but
That's true. A Hirsch down here, of course, like comfort necessities like clothes. We don't have anything but the bare necessities with Dollar General,
yeah.
which is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that we have it,
But there's not much quality.
it would be great if we got
Yeah.
more, because it would make people simply just enjoy it more, and of course
Yeah.
get that cash flow up. But just the more moral support that we need.
Yeah. Likewise.
Right.
Well, I feel like we've covered everything that we could today.
Right. I think it's been a good run.
Yeah. All right. Till next time.
Till next time.